Hello, guys. How are we doing? We're about to register for a snake-style best ball NBA draft. Not a lot of people are doing it. The rankings, the interface of Draftkings is pretty bad, which I think leads to a great edge. And so I brought in some of my sharpest minds of basketball, and this is going to be my contest in my best ball league. But I brought in some of the sharpest minds to assist us here, as both Johnny and myself are going to have NBA League Pass, so we're gonna sweat this together. But so we have this set up, and this will be a league kind of overview that we can look at, as we start to cover some NBA, because we don't want to just be known as one sport. So if you guys have been enjoying the football content, that's going to continue. Remain loyal to that, like and subscribe that every Monday and Friday. But we are going to be sprinkling in, just like a sweet dessert, some NBA content, and I'm excited about it. So as I set this up and go through the agreements, why don't you guys kind of intro this, share some more, and tell people why you're excited about this.
Donnie, you start real quick.
I got a dog barking.
I know.
Hey, well, my feet aren't barking because I'm disabled and don't have to walk. So I guess I'll pick up the mantle while Donnie gets his dogs under control and Gov gets in a happy frame of mind and he's good vibes flowing. So I'm really excited about NBA basketball because I just think there's such an edge. I really do. Even Draftkings is trying to give me a tutorial like this is so new that we need to teach you how to play basketball. And everyone talks about football and that dominance, and just I think this is going to go underappreciated. Hopefully it doesn't overlay. I mean, I guess it would be good for the short term, bad for the long term, as they are already debating whether they want to continue to do best ball on DraftKings. But honestly, as a huge basketball fan, I think this is my preferred way to play basketball, given the injury news and the late breaking nature of the sport. I think having them having them pick the players from your pool that perform the best fits basketball far better than any other sport. Maybe only F1 racing would be similar. You guys are ready, right?
I've been ready. You should have. It's going to take a minute for them to find a contest. So you should have hit enter a few minutes ago.
Sure enough. I just want to make sure we didn't do it in a slow draft. That was the number one priority.
Yeah, we need to make sure we're in a normal one. But yeah, they still got to find 7 more people. Yeah. Just hit don't show this again so it never comes up.
Oh yeah, that's pretty smart.
Otherwise, it'll show up every page you go to.
Right. Okay, so as I understand this, we are looking at a 12-man league, and if I'm correct, the top 2 teams from the 12-man league advance to a playoff, a play-in, if you want to use some basketball lingo, and then it becomes a sudden death where people will have sometimes the same players. We may have Giannis together and things of that nature. But in the league, you'll be the only person that has said player. So I do think this is a really fun concept. I'm pretty excited. I'm going to pull up the details. Gov, is there anything else that you want to mention off the top, just like your initial, before we break down some of the structure of this?
Sorry. If I take it like any other best ball draft, then I want to try to get some correlation, but there's also not a lot of correlation in basketball. This is one of the newer things to me. I don't do a lot of season-long basketball. I'll admit that. That is not one of my fortes, even though I do play a lot of daily fantasy basketball.
I haven't done a fantasy basketball league since I was 15. But me and Gov do play daily fantasy basketball every day. You play it totally different than I do because you love the showdown slates, individual deep dives, and I play it stars and scrubs, which main slate, which is two different ways to enjoy the game, chocolate and vanilla. But every night we just enjoyed each other's company at the ice cream parlor, Gov. And so I had to combine this because I do think there's an edge, right? Given that, I mean,
yeah, given how like it's not really advertised and the interface isn't great, there definitely is an edge.
Yeah, let's be honest with the people. We just spent, I believe, the last
An
2
hour.
hours.
Yeah, at least an hour.
Yeah,
Hour and a half, 2 hours.
just manicuring the rankings because we could tell they were off.
Correct. And I actually have my phone on the charger just to, like, we're thinking this, it's going to be fun, but the best way to have fun is to make money while doing it. And just, I couldn't be more excited about this. Now, I actually think me and you not playing much traditional fantasy is actually been good because Donnie comes at basketball from a very traditional standpoint. So having his input on my team is going to be valuable to building this team out. And we're about to start soon, so they're just letting us know now. I guess we don't going to vamp too much longer. Here we go.
Nice. Okay, what pick did we end up getting? We got a minute before it starts.
I'm hoping
we didn't get a top. Wait.
17.
No, it's a 12-man league, so that means our first pick is pick number 8. Okay,
That's
8 out of 12. 8 out of 12. Okay, so let's look now. What do we have as our rankings?
Dame might. Oh.
I swear to God, if we get Kawhi or Dame, I'm happy with that as our first.
Me too.
Okay,
absolutely.
I don't
think
Dame or Kawhi is going to be that high. I'm not
looking at 8 now. Looking at the ADP, if we get a lot of bots or dumb butts, they are going to be there because they're supposed to be back end of the second round guys.
Okay, can we check? Can we check what the guys who are projected to go top 8 are first, or do we? Or is that going to be?
Yeah. Can you just sort by ADP? We have our rank that we can go back to and sort by. Just sort by projected ADP.
Okay. Sorry again.
Okay. So yeah, if you sort by hit it one more time, it's yep. So these are the guys who are left.
Scroll down your screen a little bit, Logan.
We're going super fast, I believe. I mean, we're almost up.
They're pick 3.
Yeah.
Who went? Was it Embiid or not Embiid? Was it?
I saw Joker and I saw Giannis go 1-2.
I think Luka's gone too, right?
Aren't we only on pick 3?
How do I get back to my list?
You hit rank.
Yeah, that's it. Because this went way faster than we thought.
We can't.
We're looking at Curry. Curry, Beal, Lillard would be the next 3 on our list. Harden's there. We're up next.
Kawhi.
If Curry stays.
Yeah, Curry's the guy if he's there.
I don't think he will be. So who would you guys go with? Curry.
I would go Dame.
Dame and then Kawhi are my 2 guys.
So Dame ahead.
Kevin Durant just went, and we had him lower than
that's
those guys.
Great. Yeah.
So like people are reaching. Okay.
You would go with Lillard over Beal.
Durant went top 5. Harden went right after him. Okay. Then Curry. Okay. Okay. The guy took Curry. Now it's up to us.
We gotta go Lillard or Beal.
I would go Lillard or Kawhi personally.
Okay, so ADP wise, I think we need to go Lillard.
Yeah.
I think we agree. Tiebreaker, Lillard. I think Beal might fall.
Yeah, we could maybe get Beal. Now, here's the question. When it comes to us at 17, if they're there because of ADP, they might be. Do we take Beal or Kawhi with our number 2?
I take Kawhi because I don't think we have many forwards.
I agree with that.
Well, we did rank a ton
because we took the guard.
But if
first,
Karl
I think
Anthony Towns is there, do we think Kawhi slides to 3rd round? Maybe. People are reaching at certain spots.
Yeah,
they do have Towns.
LaMelo just went in the 1st round. Oh my God.
Yeah. See, we might need to go.
Hold on. I gotta get this through. Towns is projected to be a 12th ADP pick, so he will not make it back to us. If we want,
there he goes.
Yep. There goes LeBron. Reach on LeBron, in my opinion. That's fine.
Agreed.
Beal or Leonard?
Trae Young, take him out of the way. I like Deontay better.
Thank you.
It's Beal or Leonard for me.
I like Kawhi.
There
Anthony
goes AD.
Davis.
Fuck, screw them. They please let someone take Westbrook right now, so we don't have to hear about any of that later. Please, God.
I think this is Leonard or Beal. And
There's someone took Shea. We got to take Leonard.
I like Leonard.
We need the forward. Let's go forward. We'll have forward guard, our top forward, our top guard. Done.
But if Beal's in round 3,
yeah, no, Beal's he has to stay on the board because if he's there, we take.
I don't think he will, but if he falls, I'm about to get real excited, boys. Real excited.
Yeah, we're gonna be good. Looking at our team, good start. Lillard, starting point guard, as long as he stays healthy, should be a beast. Kawhi, starting forward, should be the number 1 on the Clippers, should be a beast. Okay. Yeah. So ideally, because of what we need to start, I think we need to focus center. Like, if Beal's there, he needs to be there. Otherwise, we need centers.
Well, would Siakam have a center ability or no?
According to this, he's not. Because this shouldn't change throughout the year with best ball.
Okay.
So, the centers we can play are the centers they have. So,
fair enough.
Well, I haven't seen anyone with a slash position. So
yeah, no, I think that's it because it's just guards and just forwards. So they don't have shooting guard, small forward, power forward, stuff like that. So
if we did look at center here, though,
Bam wouldn't be awful.
Bam's still on the board.
I would go Bam or Mobley. If we went center and if we got Beal and then had to go center.
I think ideally we want to go Beal here.
Yes.
But if we needed to, I would think about Randall But Cade Cunningham, Murray,
Booker just won.
Yeah.
Kyrie just
Thank
won.
God there's another fade we don't have to worry about.
I think
Cade.
Yeah, I think we go Beal and then a center.
Yeah. So who's the center if Beal goes?
I would say
Bam.
Yeah.
Bam. So
Bam, then Mobley.
Yeah. Maybe just take both of them.
If I was about to say, if Beal goes, I wouldn't mind locking up a center and our backup center, and then we can just fill in with the rest of the guys wherever.
Right. Because at that point, that means there was a run on guards.
I will say, I just noticed one of the guys' names is O Canada. He might be a Raptors fan, and he might go Van Vliet early.
We can always look once we make our pick. We can always look at his team.
Jimmy Butler,
because it looks like we're going to get real close to.
DeRozan went.
We're the next pick.
We're sweating for. Yeah, we're the next pick. We're 18 seconds. So.
Does he take Beal 2 picks ahead of ADP? He doesn't.
Not.
Bradley Beal.
Oh, yep, there it is.
And he took Gobert, which wasn't one of our 2 centers. I mean, he was probably 3. I wanted to go there.
That's fine. That's fine.
And looks like we're gonna need to go Mobley.
We're looking at Ingram here, Randall on our overall board. We organized this about 2 hours before the draft. We got Garland still there, Fox. I think
we need to pick up the center, so it's got to be Mobley.
I agree.
Mobley is the number 1 pick on our board because I really don't want our main center being Ayton. Let me get Mobley, and then we can pick up another guy later.
Yeah, I'd rather wait to get Sengun or something.
Yeah, I was literally about to say like if we can get Mobley, Sengun, I like that.
Mitchell's got
And by the way, they had, I believe, Mobley ahead of Beal in their rankings, so this would be crazy good value if we caught him.
Oh, he just went. We're good. They're starting to get a run on centers, and it's a thin position, so we need to get a center right here.
Well,
so who are we like in this spot?
Too.
Who do we like in this spot? Ayton, Allen, Nurkic?
I would rather
because our next pick
it's
is
too early for Carter.
I'd rather wait.
Our next pick's not coming until 60.
We have it.
I'd rather take Ingram.
Okay. I don't hate that. If we took Ingram or Holiday, I'd be okay.
I would rather. Yeah. Well, we have 2 guards already, so I would just say Ingram too.
Yeah. Okay.
I think Ingram's too good of a value at 41.
Yep. All right. So this is our 0 center build. Just like the 0 RB build, this is we're
not
just
how
gonna,
we expected.
we're literally going to do what some teams do and just throw bodies out there at center.
Here's what I like though, because of the usage. I think Turner. Donnie mentioned it pregame before we started. Turner might get traded, or he's just on a bad team and getting all the usage.
I think Sengun's my favorite center that's still on the board, to be honest.
I would say Carter. Carter go.
What isn't there, right?
Ayton just went.
Yep, there goes Ayton. Yep.
What about
Wood
Nurkic?
is listed as a forward, I think. I'm not a fan of Nurkic right now.
Ben Caro? Christian Wood?
We need center, I think.
We have to get a center. Yeah. Like we can't just literally play guys that won't play. We need to get some centers that are going to play.
And we wouldn't go with an Ingram, CJ McCollum lineup.
Right. Josh Giddey just went.
Do I got some time? Because I'm trying to see if I click on their names. Okay.
Just one.
I just want.
Yeah, they're all just listed at one position in best ball. There is no multi-positionality.
Yeah.
Those are the centers that can be played, and those are the guys. So just click on center. That's what we have to get. Don't worry about anyone else. Whoever gets taken anywhere
temptations.
Else. We've already got two solid. We have Kawhi and
Garrett
Ingram.
Allen went.
We have two of the best forwards in the league this year with Kawhi and Ingram. We have Lillard and we have Beal. We have two can be top scorers at guard.
Here's the question, though, Go. Do you like correlation in basketball? Because we would have Lillard and Nurkic. I actually kind of like it because of the pick and roll factor, because of the positions they play.
I guess there's some.
RJ Barrett went this early.
There's some correlation in basketball, but it's not. It's very minuscule that I don't usually even care about it.
I would rather get Sengun over Nurkic.
Exactly. I would rather have Sengun over Nurkic.
They say
now, again, I think if we go double center right here and just get it out of the way, we could grab Nurkic number 2. But I want to get Sengun. I want to prioritize. I probably should have done that with our rankings. We needed to prioritize Sengun over Nurkic.
I would agree with that with Christian Wood out.
Nurkic just went. That's good for us. I'm stuck between Carter and Sengun, so that's all.
Carter Williams scares me because Ben Carter might eat into Carter's usage.
I'm fine with if we get Sengun and then Carter and Valanciunas go. I'm fine with just going Turner right after that if he's still here.
Yeah, I could see that. All right, take Sengun.
I like that pick. I'm a fan of that pick.
All right, now go back to all. Let's see where we're at. Let's make sure we don't pass.
Jalen Green is still here.
That would be great depth at guard.
Yeah,
actually.
I would be super
if he's there, cue him up. If he's there, I want Jalen Green.
Yeah,
I would also like Sexton here too.
And that would take away the Russell Westbrook possibility.
No, I think Russell.
Please, someone. He's supposed to be. Oh God, his ADP is 56. Oh God, he's already past ADP. Come on, someone see the value in Russell, except for us. Someone other than us see the value in Russell.
I'm telling you right now, I will take both of these guys ahead of him. But if he is there,
Carter just went.
I'm taking him.
No,
because you guys made me move this bitch down so much that. I don't mean that.
And we still have them too high.
And we still have them too high. How do we do this? We almost killed Logan with how much we kept moving him back, and he's still too high on my list.
It's all entertainment, man. Because I don't call you a bitch to be seen. Trust me, that's an endearing term. I'm not going to throw popcorn at you, buddy. Get your popcorn ready because I think you're about to be on my team next.
That is crazy. Keldon Johnson over Jalen Green.
And Sexton plays on such a bad team. I just don't see any way. I would take Sexton over Westbrook.
Oh, I really do like Wiggins this year. But, good
I'm
pick.
glad he's gone.
Murray.
Looks like we're about to get Jalen Green.
Russell's gone.
Oh, thanks the Lord to Jesus, Buddha, and Krishna, and all of the other gods. Oh,
we got Jalen Green.
We got Jalen Green. That's what I was saying. Yes,
We're-
yes. That's what I was saying.
Two birds with one stone.
That was the best pick ever. Who's that team who picks right ahead of us? I need to buy them a DK. I need to send them $5 DK.
Send me 5. Hey, send me 5 DK, man. I dropped him so much, and I don't get to play him now. So.
Just scoop one of my $5 head-to-heads. I'll throw a crap ladder.
Honestly, a really good value on the Lakers would be Walker this year. They liked him. The kid from San Antonio. They liked him a lot. Patrick Beverly, too.
What's center looking like?
Yeah, let's see where we're looking
To
at
me,
for
it
our
doesn't
second.
matter.
Oh, Turner just went.
Sexton would be tremendous value here.
And would basically lock up what we need at guard.
Yeah, I mean, Mitchell Robinson's okay, but
I like. To me, it's Sexton's just going to get so much usage, man.
yeah.
But maybe you wait because Simons is still there, but we got Lillard.
There he goes. I feel like we can bounce back with a Wall after we pick our second center, maybe.
So.
Or Simons.
I like Simons here.
Okay.
But
I think he'll be here.
I don't know. I don't want to load up on Portland guards. I really don't want to just take Simons with us having Lillard.
What about James Wiseman?
Well, we just had I like Mitchell Robinson.
Why not just Steven Adams? You know they love him and they're going to use him.
You could be right.
What about John Wall as a?
I said bounce back with him after this pick
because he's at 95 ADP, so I don't think he would.
I would get our center first and then come back with Wall.
Yeah. Well, let me look at the ADP on centers again.
At this point, though, why don't we just wait and take a chance on Kessler from Utah, who might just be the guy?
I don't
want to do that.
I don't like that risk
because we still need with center we need 2 solid guys. So
we
need to get another.
Wiseman?
I think Adams or Robinson.
Yeah. I'm a fan of Robinson, but yeah.
I went Adams because I think Adams will play better defense. Robinson was terrible. He kind of got that Brook Lopez game. Very good offensive, not a great.
Speaking of which, where is Brook on our list?
He
might have already been picked.
I don't.
Oh no, he's right there below.
Yeah,
Kessler.
He might have to be someone we just. Pick
I like Kessler.
He could be a late round third because I do think we're going to grab a third center on this team.
Right.
I do think so, and I think the Kessler for me for the upside. Playing for Utah, big guy. We didn't.
Michael Porter Jr. still here?
Yes, he is. And we do need to pick forward next is where we need to focus.
Yeah. I like Michael Porter Jr.
I would cue him up.
Michael Porter's the guy. What do you think about?
See, and with Jaren Jackson out, that's also going to help Steven Adams for a while.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would like Jaren Jackson too, but with us already getting Adams.
Simons is still there too, by the way.
But Wall. Well, we need Porter before Wall.
Do we?
Yeah, we need a forward. We already have 3 solid guards.
Plus, if Wall goes, we could bounce back with the Suggs, who's not expected to be taken for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At this point, though, I don't really care what other people do. I care what we do. We spent over an hour on this list. I think this list is.
Oh, Michael Porter. We need a forward. Ideally, we need to grab a forward.
Wagner would be my guy.
Scroll down a little bit, but I'm leaning that too.
It's either Wagner or Draymond for me.
I like Wagner.
Yeah, I like Wagner better too.
All right.
I don't like the reach as far, but. Do it. I went with the younger legs. If this was a playoff contest, if this is like a battle royal, underdog, I would definitely have went with Draymond. It's just through the whole totality of 82 games, I could definitely see them giving Wiseman more minutes or Kuminga and just resting.
Yeah, I think Kuminga's going to get a lot more minutes this year.
Right. Now, the way you like to play go for the showdown, and you could pick and choose like the marquee matchups for Draymond, 100%. I go Draymond, but I just feel like they're gonna.
Well, you got to remember this is best ball, so like it's gonna automatically put the guys in every time they play to have the maximum amount of points. Okay, so whenever Draymond has that big game, we're gonna, as long as it's consistent enough, it's gonna happen. We're gonna get the points for it.
Did we just take the best available now because we got bench spots?
Yeah, no, we basically have our starters set. We have our 2 guards, our 2 forwards, our center, and our no, because isn't one of our utility guys a center right now?
Yeah.
Yes, it's technically Franz would be in our utility. So
right.
Yeah, we are basically drafting our bench. So ideally with this build, 2-2-1, we get 9 bench.
I like Wall still.
I like Simons because I do think him and Lillard could work well together. Or if we did lose Lillard, who we drafted number 1 for a while, Simons would totally be the guy. Like,
and I agree with that, but I do like Wall better.
Yeah,
because I do think they got rid of Reggie to add Wall to gain another catalyst to that offense to go with Wall.
I thought Wall was picked already. I actually think Wall could be better than John Morant this year. Truly,
like he's in a really good situation. So
remember how Chris Paul went to a new team with Phoenix? I honestly think John Wall for the next 3 years could be a veteran presence for somebody, and we're about to get John Wall.
I gotta run to the bathroom real quick.
I'm so excited about that.
You're good.
I'm so excited about that. Teach Me How to Dougie was way cooler than any other dance move that they tried to do after that. I've been a huge fan of that kid. People don't realize he was one of the first proponents of the NL deal too, that kind of took over college and giving college athletes paid. He's not only was one of the first guys to really mainstream speak about it in the more current iteration, but still a big proponent of kids getting their money. So where would you go here, Gov? Would you go Suggs, Simons? Do we take a chance on a rookie from a bad team like the Pacers with Richard, who is a French kid?
I'd probably go. We already have. Scroll down a little bit. Maybe let's see. What do we have?
Now, we did find out that Miles Bridges is in some legal trouble. Washington might be a good pick here. Bogdanovich.
I think Clark is a good pick because there is no Jaren Jackson, so Memphis is going to use it.
That is an overlook. We missed that. I do like that. I think that's our pick.
Yep, that looks like a good pick right here.
Really, I think we did miss that, and so I'm glad you caught that, go. That is my pick. I would 100% agree with their original ADP if he wasn't injured, but he is. I 100% agree with that. And remember, Simons was so far down on ADP, we might be able. Oh, he just went. I jinxed myself. Some people must be on autopilot because someone just took Jaren Jackson. So that we spoke about it earlier. The softness in best ball in general, because me and Gov do play football, is there. People, this is a 12-team league. Whoever just took Jaren Jackson, I think you just made a mistake. He's not going to play for a good while. They're talking after Christmas, Gov.
Yeah. No, I'm with you on that. I think I'm looking at maybe let me see what our roster is again real quick, just so I see what we got.
What about Gordon, who I liked? You guys went so high.
No, I'm okay with him. If we need a forward right now, that's what I'm okay with. Let me look at what we got.
Or could I sell you on center and go with Kessler, who's moving?
I wouldn't mind Kessler as our third center, but I don't know if we need to take him right here.
Let me see if the kid from Detroit's still there, Dark. I think that's all right. Now Darton might be the starter for Detroit. That's the rumor I heard. He's still
Well,
there.
it's our pick, so
Would
I
you
think
go with
either Suggs or
Mitchell? 17 seconds, or do we just take the high upside on the French kid that nobody knows anything about? He was drafted in the top 10. You know what? We're playing for upside. We're playing for upside. We'll take the young kid that nobody knows anything about. He might be Ricky Rubio, but he could be Luka Doncic. And I'm okay.
I'm not a big fan of that. I would have rather taken Jalen Suggs.
I will take Suggs if he comes back. Donnie, are you back yet, buddy?
Probably not. He'll let us know when he comes back. All right, so I guess someone took that center that you wanted, or else he would still be there.
No, he's right here. He's right here.
Oh, I thought you liked the Kessler guy.
Oh yeah, someone did take him. He went
okay.
right before our pick, like right before. That's why we were scrambling because I already had him highlighted. Suggs would be 100% the pick here.
I don't know about that because now let me look at our build. We might not need we really might not need to be able to draft another guard. Like we have 1, 2, 3. We have 5. How many bench spots do we have? 9. Let me see the exact bill. So 5, 4, 2 is what we have now. We're gonna get 5 more spots.
Let me make sure we're not
we're probably only drafting one more guard. So we got to make it count. We need another center, a third center, and then we need a bunch of forwards.
Would you go rookie Darton or would you go veteran like Brook Lopez here, based on the value?
I'd go Lopez because we already have a younger guy, Sengun, and solid Adam. No, you could go Duran.
I like it.
All right. Now we need a bunch of forwards.
Now we need a bunch of them, right?
We probably need to take 3 forwards in a row.
I like the center because center was so thin, man. Incredibly thin. Kevin Love was
We're going to be solid and get consistent points, but I don't think we have any ceiling games from center.
I like
but luckily we might have ceiling games from Kawhi and Brandon Ingram more than half the time.
I like Poco here. I like both of these because remember the kid that went number 1 just gonna miss the year. I can't think of his name. Who is the number 1 pick? What is the name?
Wasn't it Holmgren or something?
Yeah, Chad Holmgren. Or Chet. Sorry, I'm thinking Chet. I'm hoping some people are liking and subscribing.
I'm sorry, guys.
You're good. You're good.
I'll give you an update on our team. I think you'll be excited. We got Brook Lopez.
Oh.
No, we didn't.
No, we took Darton. That's right. We missed something, Donnie. We didn't talk about it. Jaren Jackson's going to miss until after Christmas. We forgot about that. And so we picked up Brandon Clark because we just saw value there.
Makes sense.
Oh, I just saw a guy
we're at the point where we're probably only going to draft 1 more guard, so we're focusing on, and we just got our third center, so we're going to focus on forwards for most of the rest of the draft. Probably take 2 or 3 in a row right here.
I like Herbert Jones, and I also like Isaiah Stewart. I know we just took the other young kid out of Detroit, but one of these Detroit bigs is going to get a lot of minutes. Was there any other names that you guys like?
I think Stewart's the odd man out.
You think he's the odd man out? Okay, I'll take him off.
Obi Toppin did pretty well last year. I don't know how they're going to use him. But
what about Cameron Johnson? I'm pretty high on Cameron Johnson.
I agree.
Also going to be solid. He's an up and comer. Should do more in that Phoenix offense if they need him to do more because Chris Paul.
How long is TJ Warren out?
Let's look that up. He's unlikely to play till at least November.
Okay.
So a month and a half, too? I could take a shot on him.
He might be good, though.
Yeah. It might be a bite the bullet.
And then, of course, there's the fantasy guy DFS, Dorian Finney-Smith. I love that guy too.
Yeah.
Herbert Jones would be my number one here. Kevin Love, if you think Cleveland's still going to be a good team with the new addition. I like Obi Toppin. I don't mind that.
I think Herbert Jones, Obi Toppin, and then
let's go Herbert Jones because we both like him.
Out of those names, I would have went Obi Toppin.
I wouldn't mind going Obi over Herbert. Like let's do Obi, then Herbert.
My fault. I thought me and you were aligned. My fault.
Oh, we're good. We're good. We just took Herbert. Was that our?
Yeah.
Wait, was it just our pick?
He's still a good player, so
yeah.
I
again, we're about to take probably 2 or 3, so like you might as well queue up Obi. We might take him right here.
Yeah, I like Obi. I just thought Obi was lower on the ADP list. I thought
if Obi's for some reason isn't there, I really think we take either Warren or Dorian Finney-Smith.
Here's the reason I did it though, is because I kind of like handcuffed one of our best players in Brandon Ingram. It's like a running back philosophy when you handcuff your best running back. If Ingram was to miss any time, Herbert Jones would be the next guy up in that role.
That's true.
I do think Will Barton could be sneaky good for Washington.
I don't know. There's going to be a lot of mouths to feed on Washington, and we already have Beal.
True.
Again, I'm not looking to take a lot of backups where guys like with that.
I like
maybe a few because like on certain guys, like I wouldn't have mind gotten Simons if Lillard got hurt and that.
Oh, what about this? What about this, man? I know you're an Orlando guy. What about taking a chance on Jonathan Isaac?
There's just
I would not.
Not right here. Like last forward redraft, yes. Last forward redraft, I would be willing to take, but like I definitely want to take either Obi Toppin or
I got Gifford in the queue as well.
We don't want Gafford. We don't need another center.
It's true. I'll take him out, but we're going to take Obi Toppin here.
Yep. Like now, I think it's going to be a minute before it comes back to us. Now, I think we're going to take another forward. I think it needs to be either Warren or Dorian Finney-Smith. I think those are the top 2 guys.
I would say Warren because I don't know how much Dorian Finney-Smith is going to be affected by Christian Wood.
And remember, we don't need to worry about Warren if he's on our team because they're going to do that night tonight. So, like, if he doesn't play till November 15th, November 12th, like, we don't got to play.
And he starts balling out, he'll just be the guy on our team doing it.
Yeah, and there's a chance that KD sits a good amount of games.
Well, me and Gov know this. Like, sweating up until 7 o'clock is a stressful time in basketball. Like, figuring out who's playing, who's not. And our inactives, our coach's line is Steve Kerr, telling you the truth. They're going to just put him in if he plays. And so TJ Warren is still talented. I think this is a good bet on talent. I think
whichever one of those 2 is there, I think is our picks. And then we'll look at our team again and check out forward and guard in that.
Especially if we get a situation like Bubble Warren.
What about Warren Tucker? They did trade for him. The Lakers were high on him.
I don't know. Scroll down and look at the other options.
These are just best available, like what we got left here.
Again, focus on forwards.
I would put
because I don't need to see any centers or anything.
As of that, I would say I would rather Caruso over Horton Tucker.
We're flying now. We're gonna get TJ Warren, I believe. We are. TJ Warren is our pick. I think
so. Let's look at our team again real quick. Scroll down so we can see it on the right.
Can I take Jonathan Isaac next?
Scroll down a little more. I want to see what it says our exact build is.
Oh, wait. I didn't know this. Cameron Reddish is playing for the New York Knicks.
Yeah, he played for the Knicks last year.
Did he?
Yeah, he was traded. He was traded last year. Yeah.
What about Rui? I like Rui.
Here, I would say it makes sense.
Maybe.
But how did he play with Kristaps? I know Bradley Beal wasn't in at that
I'm just gonna, if I see a guy I like, I'm gonna put him in the queue, and you tell me if you don't like him, if it's stupid, and then you do the same.
What
thing.
about? I think I might rather Grant Williams over Rui.
I wouldn't.
No. Now that's interesting though. Cousins. Cousins is listed as a forward.
It's true.
But is he gonna?
He is the backup center to Joker. So like, even if that's 12 minutes a game, that's 12 minutes a game.
He is right, and if Joker
could have some splash games.
Like, think about what Denver has outside of the Joker and Cousins. I don't think they have any other big.
Like, I can't believe he's listed at forward. That's where it's just like, I think we could totally take a shot with Cousins as like, because again, I didn't get to see the actual number. I think this might be our last forward we're about to take.
It could be 187. It'd be good value. It's our last pick altogether, I believe.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Then we need to kind of take a guard then.
Okay. Horton Tucker, 12 seconds. Patrick Beverly.
I like Caruso.
I'd go Horton. Damn it. I don't know who's going to auto pick us. Fuck. We just took Cousins.
I took Patrick Beverly because you guys told me not to take Russell. So somebody's got to play point guard for the Lakers. I'm going to say that he's just going to give us a ton of good defensive stats.
It didn't take him, though. It took Cousins.
Did it? Okay, that's fine. We'll live with that.
Yeah, I would have liked to have gotten another guard there, but like we're pretty strong at guard. So
we are pretty strong because
that's what I was saying. I was trying to look down and see that after like the Obi Toppin stuff. I'm like, where are we at? Do we have like enough room where I'm going to get the other guard somewhere? Like,
Donnie, this was probably our biggest contention because the upside for this kid is tremendous.
I like
it. Basically, I compared the two. Either he's going to be Ricky Rubio or he's going to be Luka Doncic. And I just thought at that point, it was worth the pick.
And I wanted to take Jalen Suggs, who was still on the board at the time.
Oh, I'm so mad I missed that. I would have taken Jalen.
Yeah, like I thought Jalen Suggs was the pick, but
I thought we got
that's fine. I'll give him that because we really screwed him on Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, that's true. And we already had Franz, so like we had an Orlando guy. But
you guys are being too kind. Like, look, I'm a realist. I understand that you guys want to finish. You make good points. Like, it made sense. And that's always what we talk about, even when we do, NFL lineup reviews. It's like, I don't care always who scored the most points. We talked about Kyle Pitts and Hawkinson. So you guys can go back and listen to that this week. It's not to say that Pitts is better or worse. Hawkinson, but it made sense for the lineup this week to play Hawkinson and give him the opportunity. I understand that Russell. I mean, you got Walker there in Los Angeles. They traded for Patrick Beverly, so Russell is going to get less minutes. He's not Russell.
My worry for him is going to be like, do they get fed up one game and just stop playing him?
Or do they stop playing him and trade him to a team where he could get tremendous usage? So it goes both ways. That's what I'm saying. It's like, I don't think we're right or wrong. We don't know. But it's a fun thought exercise no matter what you do. But both scenarios can make sense, right? Some people think he would be better on a different team. You could say that might be, Sacramento because they're bad. It might be Boston because they're really good and need a point, But I thought our draft made a lot of sense and the way we structured it. I was just going to do a quick overview. If you guys could give your initial thought.
Just a comment on that. I would cry if he ever became a Celtic.
Unless he won you a championship, and then in which case he might be happy.
Well, I don't know. Still might cry.
Shout out, by the way, of just having tremendous luck and skill. Because I do think there's luck involved in winning and losing. We were going to play in a $3 contest, for example. I got lucky this week on some things, like Josh Reynolds playing over DJ Shark because he got hurt. It allowed me to then bump my bankroll up a bit and pay an extra $2. So sometimes good things are just going to happen. Let's do a quick overview. I was hoping we would get a different screen. We did not. So we got to deal with this terrible screen for a little while.
I was about to say, scroll down the actual page. We'll be fine on the. Just go over to the right, like scroll down so we can see our team on the right, and we can go over it. But we got to be able to see the whole thing. There we go. Okay, right there. Okay, so our two starting guards, Lillard and Beal. I don't think we have a problem with that.
That's beautiful.
That's beautiful. Our two starting forwards.
Okay, hold on. I want to play
okay,
to be a bit different, to have some fun. You guys thought it was beautiful. I agree. It's good. Why is it bad? And I'll say why it's good, because you guys just said it was beautiful. I'll say why it's good. You tell me why it's bad.
Well, there's other point guards that give you triple-double potential, and that's what we kind of got to worry about a little bit. But
okay,
they're still.
I would say.
I was about to say, yeah. I guess I don't have Curry. That's what's bad about it.
Yeah.
Like I don't have Curry or Luka at guard. That's what's bad.
Both of them are coming off of injury concerns on perceived bad teams. I would tell you Portland's very much improved because guys like Jeremy Grant went there. I think Nurkic has a bounce back year. And Lillard, I think, honestly, I didn't want to tell you guys this because I knew I would be outvoted, so I just didn't want to do that survivor moment and become just laughed at even more with my Russell Westbrook take. I would have taken Lillard over Curry. So I'm to the moon. I tell you why I like it. I think Lillard is better than Curry in a vacuum if they were both healthy. And it's because Lillard can play defense, is more athletic, and Curry also has a lot of concerns coming in. So the injury concern's still there for Curry, especially as he ages. He's not as young as people think he is.
All right, so moving on from there. So those were our two starting guards. Mm-hmm. Then we have our two starting forwards, Kawhi Leonard and Ingram. I think those carry us through the year. They kind of have to, but I think they will.
Well, I worry about Leonard because of he's going to play what? At best 65?
I don't know. He might play, okay. Be realistic.
Who cares?
Who played more than 70 games last year? That was anything. That's just what people do. No one plays 82 games. You're going to sit, if you're a top star, you're probably sitting 10 of those anyway, much less if you miss 5 or 6 because of injury in the middle, because of a hamstring or something.
Well, and let's be honest, even if you play in games, because LeBron James, as a Lakers fan, I know this, LeBron James played games because he said he felt obligated to the league as a showman and to the fan bases like Detroit or these Midwestern cities who don't get to see him very often and obviously aren't going to travel across the country to see him. And so but then you end up jogging. You end up going 40% of what you actually have. And so isn't it better to have a veteran like Leonard be I'm going to take today off. You guys are playing best ball. Put in Von Wagner, who isn't got as much competition for usage. He's younger. He's got a chip on his shoulder. That's why I like it.
I will say our top 3 picks are all guys who were injured last year.
Yeah, who cares? We're not as worried about injuries except for us fading John Morant. We're really not worried about injuries.
Even John Wall. But I think he's going to have fresh legs and look good.
Yep, and he's just a backup guard. And Jalen Green is the real backup guard who could shine and just be a utility guy or
I think Jalen Green might outplay
Beal or something.
Yeah, one of them at least most nights.
Yeah. He's going to be a major factor there at guard for us with John Wall and that. So I love that. We definitely went thin at center in this lineup, but I don't think that's going to hurt us that much. Like, there's only a few ceiling centers that you can have, and they were already gone. Like, Towns goes early, and he wasn't even listed at center. Like, yeah.
I also want to make this point as well, like, to correlate it back to football a little bit. And this is best ball compared to daily, but we've already seen, like the NFL be a carnival circus in terms of scoring and like big outcomes of one game. You know, Miami Dolphins Ravens game, for example, just like went crazy. And the NBA, that's even more so. And we don't even got to guess which game it's going to be. We just got to hope it's one of our guys. So that kind of correlation, let's say, you know, we get a lot of Clippers overtime games because we just believe in that offense so much. We could then see Wall and Leonard, just blow up on those nights, you know?
Exactly, yes.
And Franz, you know, he put up a lot of numbers last year. So,
and the Orlando team will be improved.
Right.
So let's go bottom up now. And then we'll meet.
Oh, we did get Cousins.
Yeah, we got Cousins. Yeah.
Yeah, we got Cousins.
Which is fine. Like, again, he is going to be the backup to Joker. So there's the nights Joker doesn't play, Cousins gets 25 minutes. And we know in 25 minutes he smashes. He's had 40-point games. Like, and as our like last man in, I don't hate that.
I will say we don't have many injury prone guys, which I love.
No, yeah, a lot of our bench is young. Like rookie Mathern, rookie Duran, Herbert's second year, Obi's second year, Warren. Like, we have a lot of youth and spring in our bench to go with our core guys who, as you said, were kind of injured early. So we might end up working out well.
Tell me if I'm wrong, Go. You're a huge fan of Peter Overzet, right?
I am a fan of Overzet, yes.
I'm a huge fan of Overzet. Overzet has this, if you guys haven't checked it out, he gave us some content. He allowed us to use his audio a couple weeks ago. Great guy, great supporter of our channel, allows us to do some self-promotion with him. He comes off as funny or goofy sometimes, but his process and what they do with zero running backs over at chip chasing when they build portfolios is kind of what we did here, at least in this kind of correlation where it's like, okay, so we took some injury-prone guys who have proven to be legacy guys.
High upside
legacy guys. Like Leonard won a championship with Toronto, right?
After winning one in San Antonio.
Right. John Wall was the biggest name out of Washington outside of Michael Jordan, like, until Beal got there. Like, he is used to carrying a team. Those two guys now, they don't have to carry a team because they're playing together. So the synergy could be there. So it's almost like a zero running back. It's like, sure, we don't have the consistency. We don't have a Steph Curry. We don't have a, one of these like guaranteed, I'm for sure going to get, like Jason Tatum would have been a safer pick. But Jason Tatum's upside is not there, right? I think Leonard's upside over Tatum is so much larger, but Tatum is going to be more consistent.
Maybe that, like, I could see that argument, but I take Leonard because I'm not really sure about that.
But then here's what we did: we loaded up on tons of young guys that are going to have a chip on their shoulder, like you mentioned. Obi Toppin was kind of laughed at, like, "Oh, you're Gerald Green. You won a couple of slam dunk contests. What have you done in the league?" There was people calling for him to go to the G League. Got really super pissed this year. And now is a chip on his shoulder to keep that going, especially whether you think New York is a good team or not. They're in the Eastern Conference and they are improved. So they are going to be competitive, and he's starting to gain confidence. You got TJ Warren not coming back till November, but he's going to be on a really good team and could just be a great addition later in the year.
And a team where Kevin Durant, he's had some injury concerns lately. He might start a decent amount of times.
It's very TJ Warren could, like, I like the shots we took at our bench
I don't
guys
think we
after
did anything
after we got
wacky.
our no, I don't think we did. I think we have a good solid draft. There's our one wacky one.
I love this one. And here's
But
why.
you need a wacky one.
Here's why.
Like, this is a dart throw.
Matt Green is interesting because here's why I like it. Because so Tyrese Halliburton played for the Sacramento Kings. Everyone loved his upside, right? But he got traded early in his career. They kept the older Fox, who hasn't really dominated or really shown that he's a superstar. They kept Fox over Terry Halliburton, which I know Donnie was a huge fan of. What if Halliburton just isn't as good as everyone wants him to be? You know,
that's entirely possible. But
I
the reason
think
they kept Fox was because of the money. No one wanted Fox's contract. No one would trade for Fox.
Well, no, they had the choice to give. I think it was they could have given up Fox or Halliburton to Indiana. They chose to keep Fox, which is
that's stupid.
Yeah, I think Sacramento's just stupid.
Now, I was just gonna say, Sacramento hasn't proven to be that smart of an organization. You know, having Vlade Divac run your team with the Fertittas just was a mistake. So we can get into that, but what if Halliburton just isn't as good as the kind of media wants him to be? Because he's kind of the darling. Everyone wants him to take a huge step up. And if that doesn't happen, someone's going to take the shots there. You know, a guy you really love, Gov, and I want to get your opinion on it because I don't think a lot of like mainstream people know about him, but me and Donnie are probably going to be super jacked up. We're going to be doing Pilates during halftime because we're going to have so much energy. Sengun is just a great pick out of Houston.
And it's good with Jalen Green.
I love this pick.
Yeah.
Yep. No, I think there's upside in Houston. I think that they made some decisions in the offseason that they know where they're going. I love Jalen Green's upside again. Like all of our backup guys are great upside young guys.
And hypothetically, if like we had a night where Jalen Green's on triple-double alert, Sengun's probably having a good game as well.
Very well. Very well.
Well, I think Sengun can actually like handle better than people think he can too. Like, not saying like he's going to be a Joker scenario, but I do feel like he's closer to like a Cousins. You know, DeMarcus Cousins in his prime was honestly one of the best passing bigs we had seen.
People forget about that.
Sengun's really good with the passing. Extremely good, especially with his back to the basket and those screens, the backdoor screens that easy layups. I think that's huge. But then we get a veteran like Steven Adams, where it's like, okay, the rookie Sengun's not ready, or the young guy. I know he's not a rookie this year, but you know what I mean. Like the young cat's not ready, so we're just going to plug in a consistent, no nonsense Steven Adams.
Right. Give me 12 and 10.
12 and 10, right? And so I thought we did good. Do you think we correlated too much?
I don't think so. I like the correlation with Green and Sengun. I mean,
I like that we stayed convicted to a board, and we're like, you know what? We
didn't second guess ourselves much.
We spent an hour and a half debating. We had no plan other than who do you like, who do you not like, and this is what we came up with. But as it went on, it's like we stayed convicted to what we believe, and it just so happens that we think one thing we believe is Houston is better than the market thinks. We think, and then we think the Clippers are better than the market thinks. Those were not decisions we made before the draft. They were decisions because of the draft.
Yep.
And that's the biggest difference. I want to also mention, and then I'll let you guys have like last 15 minutes. I wanted to really stream this, not to be like, oh, me and Donnie know a lot about basketball. You guys might not know this. I've watched basketball since I was about 7 years old. I started watching football when I was about 15. People assume that I'm like a huge football guy because I have a ton of knowledge, but that doesn't always even matter. What I like about doing things that other people aren't doing is the edge and then having a process. And I thought this would be a cool way to show process over results because everyone's going to look at the NFL. It gets the most money in the prize pools. It gets the most attention on Sundays. I didn't see a ton of best ball drafts being streamed, but you see a best ball draft during August for the NFL being streamed all the time. And so what I like though is the process is kind of the same. We correlated, we stuck to our convictions. Whether they work or not, we took a lot of high upside guys. We took some veteran guys. What were some of the mistakes we made?
Before we get to that, we do have a comment.
Oh, we do. Okay, thanks for shouting it out. I've been looking at this. I was so worried I was going to miss a draft pick that I was too afraid to even look at the private chat. Any of it. My man, Hustle. We hustled him tonight. Hustle, man. I don't know if you can see the screen. Tell us your favorite pick we made and a pick you don't like, or some picks that you're worried about. Because I was just about to ask you guys the same question. So,
Well, first off, of course it's going to be different on like answering Hustle's question.
Right.
So like it's going to be different on Underdog or DK. On DK, you got to like we had to make the decision on the fly, basically where we were picking from. Were we going to prioritize getting a good center, or were we going to go like zero center build where which is basically what we ended up doing. Let's prioritize other places. Yep. The way you get points in NBA on DK, it's a lot from. Well, I mean, points are basically the same everywhere. You don't get as much for blocks and steals, so you're not looking for the heavy defensive guys. You want the scorers. So, like, I think we got that in our build. Our guys are going to be scorers.
I think the NBA too is a different sport than most because it's a minute-based projection game, right? Minutes equal dollars in basketball, and so like that's why you take that's why you take chances on guys that most people might be sleeping on, guys from Utah, guys from the Pacers, guys from Sacramento, these type of guys. We saw a lot of overreaches. Russell Westbrook went a lot higher than you guys thought he should have went. Jaren Jackson Jr. went a lot higher given his injury concerns.
You need guys who are going to be on the floor,
right?
Contributing in some way.
Yeah, we just talked about that when you were gone, Guff, how we don't need Sengun to be great every night. The upside of Sengun is there. That's great. We can take the consistency of a Steven Adams, 10 for 10 night sometimes. Like, it's okay. And I know Hustle, I think, plays a lot of baseball. It's kind of like that, where it's like, just get your pitches right and then hope maybe you get a dinger from a low-owned guy, But have some stack, have some correlation, and then know where to pick your shots. I think that was key. Any other takeaways that you want to mention?
Like this was my first best ball of NBA, so I'm gonna.
It was mine as well.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be doing a little bit of research because NBA is getting ready to start in a couple weeks. So like, this is a good way to dip your toes in. Like, it wasn't until I was talking with you guys that I even had to remember, like, oh right, Dejounte Murray got traded. Like I was trying to remember all the trades, and that one had slipped through my mind. Right.
And involve your friends the way I have for fun, but remember, terms of services, only one person can have a Draftkings account. But that's what's cool is now Guff can take this as a learning experience and then apply that to his own draft. What are some things that you would do in a secondary draft, Guff, that we didn't do in our first one because we were both excited? I hadn't done any NBA fantasy drafts in probably 10 years. But obviously, we play daily fantasy, so I've never been smarter about fantasy basketball, just never applied it in such a way. What are some of the things, if you were to do your own team, in the next couple of days? Was it fun? Like, what were some of the takeaways? It didn't even got to be player specific. It can just be an experience. Like, what did you take from it?
Well, I like it. I like that we did sort of a no center build in this, so it lets me sort of look at what it's like, and like,
Yeah,
I really don't hate this lineup. So it's like that could be something I might focus on doing best ball for NBA if I do a few more.
For example, Darton might be the starter. They've had Isaiah Stewart there for a while, and Stewart could actually play with Darton. They've already talked about it. Stewart had been working on his 3 game for like the last 40 games. As soon as they got Bagley on that team, they started using Stewart as like a stretch for kind of Laurie Marketing style. But that doesn't really favor fantasy points because you're further away from the basket. So if you're telling me Darton's the true center, I don't really care. Like I hope they shoot more threes potentially with Stewart because Darton will still be there to be the garbage man. And I think sometimes that's key as well. It's not always the sexy stats, it's just the stats in general.
Yeah, I mean, again, like I like the fact that we have a lot of high upside minutes guys who are young. Like we need their talent to flourish if our main studs have bad games.
Well, we don't have many of it, but players going into their 3rd year, I think, is always great. Like,
we have
that's when they
guys
really start hitting their stride. 2nd year guys that we saw 2nd year guys that were flourishing in the rookie season. But if we would have gotten these guys like a year further into their career, that would have made me even more excited about this team.
I like it. Another thing I want to mention is just like how fun this is going to be, because this is something you won't appreciate, Donnie, because you've never played daily fantasy sports. But inactives and football are kind of stressful, right? Sunday mornings,
right?
We're on NBA. You honestly find out news 5 minutes before the slate is to start, and the thing is not all the games start at the same time. So you have to take some major chances sometimes. Dev will tell you that's why he favors the single games, because at least you can focus game by game. We don't even got to do that. And so we can take a higher upside approach, which I think favors the people like me and you who are going to be watching NBA League Pass, who are going to, watch probably 30, 40 games of the Orlando Magic just because they're on and we want to see Suggs, who we don't even have on our team. You know what I'm saying? Like, those are the cool kind of elements that I feel like go underutilized, that people don't talk about because they're like, well, best ball in NFL is cool too. But everyone has time to adjust to the NFL. I think, given the edge, I just think this is my preferred way to play NBA. I think going forward, truly, it's going to be a lot of fun. Any other closing thoughts? Any other concerns? Rob, you got anything for us, man? You can ask us any questions. You can just say good luck. Thanks for tuning in, man. Tell a friend. Share the round ball. Have the assist. Throw us an alley-oop. Anything? Anyone got anything?
No, I think this was a good start to the NBA, honestly.
Yeah, I'm liking this.
Yep.
I love it. All right, guys. Take care. Again, hopefully you guys enjoy. We're going to be back, I think, on Friday. We're getting into a real rhythm. Hopefully you guys enjoy this special presentation, and we'll track this along with you throughout the year. Have a good one. We're definitely going to do some more basketball content. Be safe. Enjoy some basketball. Good night.
Peace out. Like, subscribe, comment. Have a nice day, everyone.
Bye, everyone.